Newborn babies are delicate and sensitive to their environment. One common concern among parents is the appearance of small red bumps or rashes on their baby's skin, commonly referred to as munsai. These tiny pimples or heat rashes often occur when a newborn is kept in a room that is too enclosed or poorly ventilated. To understand why this happens, it's important to explore the unique characteristics of a newborn's skin, the factors that contribute to the development of these rashes, and the best practices for maintaining a healthy environment for infants. A newborn's skin is remarkably different from that of older children and adults. It is thinner, more permeable, and has not yet fully developed its protective barrier function. This means that a baby's skin is much more susceptible to external irritants, temperature fluctuations, humidity, and the accumulation of sweat. In the first days and weeks after birth, a baby's skin is still adjusting to life outside the womb. The sweat glands are present and functional, but their ducts are still immature. This immaturity makes it easier for the sweat glands to become blocked, especially under certain conditions. When a baby is kept in a room that is too closed or lacks proper ventilation, the temperature and humidity can rise quickly. Newborns have a limited ability to regulate their body temperature, so they can become overheated much more easily than adults. When the ambient temperature is high, the baby's body will respond by sweating in an effort to cool down. However, if the sweat cannot evaporate efficiently due to the stuffy environment, it accumulates on the skin's surface. The sweat glands, particularly those in the upper layers of the skin, can become blocked by this excess moisture. When sweat gets trapped rather than evaporating, it causes irritation and leads to the characteristic red bumps and tiny blisters known as heat rash or munsai. These rashes often appear on areas of the body that are prone to sweating, such as the neck, chest, back, and folds of the arms and legs. Another contributing factor is the use of heavy blankets, swaddling, or clothing that is not breathable. Parents may be concerned about their baby getting cold and may overcompensate by dressing the child in thick layers or wrapping them tightly. While keeping a baby warm is important, overbundling can prevent heat from escaping and further exacerbate the risk of overheating. When the baby's skin is constantly exposed to warmth and moisture, the conditions become ideal for the development of heat rash. The air quality inside a closed room can also affect a newborn's skin. Poor ventilation means that the air is not circulating, which leads to higher concentrations of humidity and stale air. This can make the baby feel uncomfortable and prevent sweat from evaporating quickly. In addition, in such environments, the skin is more likely to be exposed to potential irritants, including dust, allergens, and microorganisms, which may further aggravate the situation. It's also important to note that newborns spend most of their time lying down, with skin-to-skin contact occurring between their body and the surfaces they rest on. If the bedding or clothing is made from synthetic materials that do not breathe well, or if the room is too warm, this can create a microclimate where moisture and heat are trapped close to the skin. The skin's natural defense mechanisms are still developing, so it is less capable of coping with these challenges. Prevention and management of heat rash in newborns begin with creating a comfortable and well-ventilated environment. The ideal room temperature for a newborn is generally between 20 and 22 degrees Celsius, 68 to 72 degrees Fahrenheit. Ensuring a gentle flow of fresh air, either through a slightly open window or a well-designed ventilation system, can help regulate temperature and humidity. It is important to avoid exposing the baby directly to drafts, as this can cause discomfort or illness, but adequate air circulation is key. Choosing the right clothing and bedding is equally important. Lightweight, breathable fabrics such as cotton allow heat and moisture to escape, reducing the risk of overheating. Avoiding heavy blankets or tight swaddling, especially in warm weather, can help keep the baby comfortable. Instead, dress the baby in layers that can be easily adjusted according to the room's temperature. Bathing the baby regularly with lukewarm water can keep the skin clean and help remove any sweat or irritants. However, it is essential to dry the skin gently and thoroughly after bathing, ensuring that no moisture is trapped in the skin folds. Applying unscented and gentle moisturizers can help maintain skin health, but it is best to consult with a pediatrician before using any products on a newborn's delicate skin. If heat rash develops, the best approach is to keep the baby cool and comfortable. In most cases, the rash will resolve on its own once the skin is no longer exposed to excessive heat and moisture. Avoid applying powders, creams, or ointments that are not specifically recommended for infants, as they can sometimes worsen the irritation or block the sweat glands further. If the rash persists or becomes severe, or if other symptoms such as fever or infection appear, it is crucial to seek medical advice. Beyond the physical environment, it's important for caregivers to recognize the signs of overheating and respond promptly. Babies who are too warm may have flushed skin, sweat excessively, or appear restless. Checking the baby's neck, back, and chest for signs of heat rash can help catch the condition early. If necessary, remove a layer of clothing or adjust the room's temperature to help the baby cool down. It's also helpful to understand that newborns are more susceptible to heat rash, not just because of their physiological characteristics, but also due to the way we care for them. In cultures or households where there is a strong emphasis on keeping babies warm, or where rooms are kept closed to avoid drafts, the risk increases. Awareness and education about the importance of balance, keeping the baby comfortably warm but not overheated, can go a long way in preventing these common skin issues. Over time, as the baby grows and the skin matures, the risk of heat rash decreases. The sweat glands become better able to regulate moisture, and the skin's barrier becomes stronger. However, the principles of maintaining a healthy environment remain relevant throughout infancy and childhood. Ensuring good ventilation, choosing appropriate clothing, and being mindful of temperature are foundational practices for promoting overall health and comfort. In summary, the tendency for newborns to develop heat rashes or munsai in overly enclosed rooms is a result of their sensitive skin, immature sweat glands, and the environmental conditions that promote heat and moisture buildup. By understanding these factors and taking practical steps to create a safe and comfortable environment, parents and caregivers can help prevent and manage this common issue. The focus should be on maintaining a balance, providing warmth without excessive heat, ensuring fresh air circulation without drafts, and choosing soft, breathable fabrics for clothing and bedding. Educating family members and caregivers about the risks of overheating and the importance of ventilation is crucial. Sometimes well-meaning advice from older generations may emphasize keeping the baby bundled or the room tightly closed, but modern understanding of infant health highlights the need for moderation. Sharing accurate information and encouraging best practices can help families provide the best possible care for their newborns. Beyond heat rash, a healthy environment also supports the baby's respiratory health, sleep quality, and overall well-being. Good air circulation reduces the risk of airborne irritants and helps maintain a pleasant atmosphere. Establishing routines for regular cleaning, washing bedding and clothing, and monitoring the room's temperature and humidity can create a safe haven for the newest member of the family. In the early days of parenthood, it's natural to worry about every aspect of a baby's care. Skin rashes can be alarming, but they are often a normal response to environmental factors and resolve with simple adjustments. By focusing on the fundamentals of environmental management and listening to the baby's cues, parents can navigate these challenges with confidence. As a baby grows, their skin will become stronger and more resilient. The lessons learned in the early weeks about temperature, ventilation, and gentle care will continue to serve families well. Remember that every child is unique, and what works for one may need to be adapted for another. Observing the baby's comfort, responding to their needs, and seeking guidance from healthcare professionals when necessary are the cornerstones of nurturing healthy and happy infants. Ultimately, the goal is to create an environment that supports all aspects of a baby's growth and development. By understanding why newborns are prone to heat rash in closed rooms and taking proactive steps to prevent it, parents can ensure their baby's skin stays soft, smooth, and healthy. The journey of caring for a newborn is filled with learning, love, and discovery, and a safe, comfortable space is the foundation for all the moments to come. Heat rash, mun say, in newborns mainly stems from hot, humid, poorly ventilated rooms that overwhelm immature sweat glands, causing red bumps and irritation. To prevent it, keep the room airy, dress babies in light cotton, and maintain gentle skin care. With fresh air, proper clothing, and attention to comfort, parents can protect their baby's skin, ensuring a healthier, happier start to life.